Hello students, today we'll study biomolecules of class 12th. Well, first of all, what do you mean by biomolecules? They are the atoms, molecules or ions present in organism for biological processes such as cell division and development. So, in a food component, we have many biomolecules like lipids, proteins, carbohydrates. And the study of such type of biomolecules is called as biochemistry. So very first biomolecule is carbohydrates. Now what is carbohydrates? It is a compound of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen having general formula C6H2OY. Or it is also defined in your NCERT books as that they are the polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones. Like in glucose, we see aldehyde group, whereas in fructose, we see ketones group. So let's study the next topic, classification of carbohydrates. Now let us see the classification of carbohydrates. This is our carbohydrates which are divided into monosaccharides, oligosaccharides and polysaccharides. Now what does they mean? The very first monosaccharides. It means that the carbohydrate does not get decomposed into smaller units. It doesn't break into smaller unit on hydrolysis. Now what does the word hydrolysis means? When you dissolve in water. So examples are glucose, fructose and ribose. If you dissolve them in water, they will not break down into any simpler units. The next set is oligosaccharides. If your carbohydrate break down into two or more than two simpler units, then they are called as disaccharides, trisaccharides. Commonly we say oligosaccharides. Examples are sucrose and maltose. Like sucrose give two molecules, one molecule of glucose, another molecule of fructose. Whereas maltose is a combination of two molecules of glucose. So we can say that they can further break down when dissolved in water. Let's come to the third, polysaccharides. They are like starch, gum, gelatin, etc. They are made up of number of polymeric units and that's why they are said to be polysaccharides. Now let's see, there are two types of sugars. Basically all these carbohydrates are sweet in taste. So they are called as sugars. So there are two types of sugars, reducing sugars and non-reducing sugars. Now reducing sugars are those which show tolerance and your tolerance reagent test, which is a test for aldehyde group. So if they respond to tolerance reagent or Fehling solution test, means if you add you get red color precipitate, then they are said to be reducing sugar. So aldehydes exhibit tolerance and Fehling solution test, and all monosaccharides like glucose, fructose, ribose and disaccharides like maltose and lactose are example of reducing sugar. And if they are not giving any test, they are not giving any test with tolerance or Fehling solutions, then they are said to be non-reducing sugars. And sucrose is one of the example. Sucrose come under oligosaccharides. Just now I explained you that sucrose is the molecule which break down into two simpler unit called glucose and fructose. So the important question is, what do you mean by reducing and non-reducing sugar? So once again, if they show a test with tolerance and Fehlings, they are said to be reducing, like all monosaccharides, maltose, lactose, and if they do not respond to this test, then they are said to be non-reducing sugars. Now let's see the next. How to prepare the glucose, preparation of glucose. This is your cane sugar. What is the formula for the cane sugar? C12H22O11. on hydrolysis. As I had already told you, hydrolysis means dissolving in water. In the presence of acid, it gives you one molecule of glucose and one molecule of fructose. Glucose and fructose, they have same chemical formula. Only fructose is also called as fruit sugar. It has ketone group, whereas glucose has aldehyde group. So this is the equation which shows how you can prepare glucose as well as fructose from cane sugar. Let's see the second equation, that is the preparation from starch. You know this is starch, and N means here the number of molecule. Any number of molecule, maybe 5, 10, they can unite together. When hydrolyzed in the presence of acid at this particular temperature and pressure to give N number. N means any number of glucose. So these are the ways to prepare monosaccharides called glucose. Now, glucose is an aldohexose. What does it mean? Hex means 6 carbon and aldo means it has aldehyde group, and it is dextrose by nature. Dextrose means that they are the optically active compounds. If they move clockwise like this, then they are said to be dextrose. Like the behavior is shown by glucose. And if they move anti-clockwise, then it is said to be levose. That is shown by your fructose. Okay. So aldohexose means having aldehyde with 6 carbon, and they are in dextrorotatory nature. It means they move clockwise. Now, there are various experiments which are done to find out the open structure of glucose. Now, the very first experiment was reaction with HI. This is your open structure of glucose. See, 4 plus 1, 5, and this is the 6th carbon. And if you see, the aldehyde is at the top. That's why it is called aldo, and total 6 carbons, so it is hexose. So, when it is treated with HI, it gives N-hexane. Hexane, it's a saturated hydrocarbon. N means straight chain. So, this shows that glucose does not have any branch. It is a straight chain. Thank you.